I got a knife in my pocket, playing cold this December. Flip it open quick, make them all remember. Prop ball in the jeans, stuff within a tank tread. Every tool I carry got a story in my head. EDC fever, I'm stacking the stash. Steel in my palm, like a pouch full of cash. Clips on my belt, gotta keep it pristine. Everyday hustle with my carry supreme. Bottle open and loud, twist the cap with finesse. Utility strap, I ain't never gon' stress. Tactical pen, aim sharp like a blade. Writing lives deadly, legacy engraved. It's obsession on lock, call it my affliction. Guns in the holster, a collection addiction. Polished oil, gleaming under the light. Everyday carry gear with me day and night. Titanium core, G10 grip tight. Tested in the field, by the street, in the fight. From a toothpick tool to a flashlight's blaze.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jim. Thank you so much for joining me as always. And today I want to go over something just a little bit different because I feel we don't talk about organization nearly enough on my channels and the convenience that having the right organizing things really are. Now this is the Roaring Fire Gear Smolder organizer pouch. And while I've never carried anything like this before, I got to tell you at this point, I am a convert, complete convert. I absolutely love it. Now, I don't get to use this every single day, although for the first month that I had this, I did do it every single day because I really wanted to see what the true useful applications for this would be for somebody like me. I'm not a serious outdoorsman. I'm a very suburban kind of person. So do I really need to carry around an organizer pouch filled with various EDC items that I would normally have in my pockets? And I'll tell you right now, for my personal everyday life, the answer is no. But every day I carried it, I was really glad that I had it. And then I saw the appeal, immediately saw the appeal. There's so much you can carry without feeling like you're burdening yourself in any way. Really enjoyed my time with it. And it's something I'm going to continue to use probably for the rest of my life. And it'll probably be this exact same bag. I don't really see this material ever deteriorating over time. This might be a once-in-a-lifetime kind of deal. But the point is, I can see myself using this all the time throughout my life, maybe just not every single day. If I'm going to be out for a full day somewhere, I'm going to do some family stuff, we're driving a few hours out, not going to be home, not going to be near the things that I have access to all the time, this is going with me for certain. If I'm going to go for a weekend excursion somewhere, maybe I'm going to go off-roading or I'm going to go visit somebody that's a state or two away, I'm going to take this with me. It puts all of the things that I absolutely need all together in one place. Super simple. I mean, women are going to watch this and go, what do you, okay, that's not a big deal. We do this every day with our purses. We're men. Clothing companies give us pockets. Sorry, you don't get those. So we carry things in our pockets. And at times, this shit can be overwhelming. You want to carry 2 or 3 knives. You've got 1 or 2 guns. You've got your additional magazine. You've got your flashlight or 2. There are a lot of things that we can carry, and it can be burdensome. Then there are a lot of things we can't carry that we really, really want to. So let's talk about what this does and why I think it's really awesome. Now, as you guys know, I am not a prepper. I'm not a hiker. I'm not a camper. I don't even like walking to the mailbox on most days. But I don't think you need to be Davy Crockett to appreciate good gear. Now, I laid a few things out here because these are things that I typically live my everyday life with, my knives and my flashlights. A lot of times I like to carry a small fixed blade on me as well. And these are all things that can be a little cumbersome when you're carrying in a traditional way. Now, first, let's talk about how you're going to carry. Back here, you've got two straps. Now, I've done a couple of different things. On the days where I'm doing on-body carry, like I'm carrying my gun in my holster, in my pants, what I'll do if I want to carry this, and like I said, that's not an everyday thing for me. If I want to carry this, I have a couple of options. I can either walk around with it in my hand, carrying it by this. What I tend to do is carry it by these two straps. Or, most people aren't going to like this, but it's a convenience thing. It's like when you see that old man at the pharmacy and he's got this big giant cell phone clipped to his belt. It ain't a friggin' fashion statement. It's just easiest for him. He doesn't like carrying his phone in his pocket or something. So what you can do is you can run this over your belt, snap it on up, and you've got a secure way of carrying this on your belt. And then you have full access to everything while it's on your belt. All you got to do is unzip it and flip it down, and you organize it in a way that you have quick access to the things that you really want and really need, and slower access to the things that you don't immediately need to get your hands on. Then you've also got this little front pocket here that you can carry cash. I have Band-Aids in here. You can carry Band-Aids, you can carry cash, carry an extra set of contact lenses if you're a contacts wearer, stash an extra pair of sunglasses or eyeglasses in there. There's a lot of things that you can use it for. Really great if you've got one of those minimalist wallets. All your credit cards and everything is in there. Super simple, and you're not having to dig for anything. Unzip, reach in, you're not digging into your pockets for nothing. It's pretty easy. Now, that's your normal suburban dude shit, right? If you're one of those people that really spends a lot of time outdoors, you're already thinking of a million things that you can put inside of this and how you would carry it. Another thing is this is great to just kind of throw into the center console of your truck or car or whatever you're driving. So you can take it on road trips or just have it in there every single day inside of your vehicle. Let's see. Oh, the other way that I use it, okay? So if I'm having a very rare lazy day where I don't want a 30-ounce gun shoved into my pants, sometimes I will then opt to use a fanny pack and do what we call off-body carry. Yet it's never off my body, ever. This will remain on my body because I don't want somebody getting access to this. So I've got this safely tucked away in there. So I've got my gun, extra mags, all that kind of good stuff, whatever I choose to have in the fanny pack. But anybody that's worn a fanny pack for any length of time is going to tell you, well, even that can be sometimes cumbersome if you've got too much weight going on. So you can disperse the weight off to the side a little bit. What I have done is unsnap this, run the straps through there. Now I can have this hanging off of the fanny pack, and it's very, very secure with those two snaps on there. Now, I've got what I carry in here. Then I've got all the backup stuff. I can have a multi-tool in here, all kinds of goodies, and not have it all sitting in front of me. I can kind of more evenly distribute the weight, I guess. So there's a lot of different options here with this little pouch. I am digging the hell out of it. Now, again, it's just not something that can be an everyday thing for me because it's not practical. But for a lot of people, it will be. If you rely on public transportation or you commute by walking or on a bicycle, this is going to be great. I'm not a townie, so I don't do all that shit. You don't catch me walking around or anything else. I drive to every destination I have. But trying to think of everybody, every different kind of person out there and their needs, this would be great for you. And it's attached to you in a solid manner, as long as you snap the snaps properly. So it's safe and it's secure, whatever's in there. Now, let's talk about the materials really quick. You've got rustic brown waxed canvas for the exterior. It's water resistant, it's super durable, and you've got the classic brass YKK zippers. These are really smooth zippers all the way around it. And you've got the heat shrunk tubing around the knots to keep everything together. They're not going to fray and start coming apart. Although if they did, I mean, you know how to put a simple knot in paracord. I mean, come on now. Dimensions, this is just under 8 inches in height, 7.87 inches by 6.10 inches. And the thickness is 1.77 inches. The weight empty is around 8.5 ounces. So yeah, there's a good amount of heft to it because it's very, very heavy duty material. You've got the one zippered front pocket, and then you've got, when you get this open, you have 2 internal pockets. You got one here on this side. Get this out of the way. You have another over here. That's what I chose to put the Leatherman in, and the little O tool. So I've got tools in here that you didn't even see before. Bottle opener. I have more tools. There's a hex set and a pen that's built into my CKF pen here. Here's the torque set in there. So I've got even more tools, and I have a glass breaker. So those that have the fear of a bridge collapse, you'll always have glass breaker. I've got my special Sharpie for emergencies, which will go through pretty much anything. And then I've got my titanium sticker. Good hardcore flashlight. And let me see if helps if you put it in the right mode. That has a manual lock, which I'm very, very happy about. So I feel secure putting that in there. And then, of course, I have a good folder. My Devo Knives Stout, the original Stout, still absolutely love it. This is an EDC knife for me. I carry it often. So I've got all that at my fingertips. This separate pouch here, or I should say this attached pouch, will separate your items so they're not clanking on each other and scratching each other up. And it's also a zippered pouch, so I've got room to put, if I want to put IDs in here, a passport in here, any emergency kits, maybe more Band-Aids, things like that, you've got room for it in there. Emergency cash, perhaps. And then whatever you choose to put up front. So you've got a lot of storage capabilities in this very small, unobtrusive little pouch. Which again, even if all you're using it for is to keep it in the center console of your truck or your car, it's going to change your life. It's going to have everything you absolutely want to have with you at all times in there. And normally I have a slip joint in there as well. I just took it out to take it out. Here's why I think it works. Not that this should be, your EDC should be a fashion statement, but it looks like it's been places. The wax canvas has that already lived in kind of feel to it that makes new gear feel like an heirloom. It's soft. It looks aged. It feels aged. It's hard to say this with a straight face, but it feels so nice. You're glad you bought it just for that. I mean, this looks like it should be all stiff and hard, and no, it's not. And you wouldn't think that you would care about that with a pouch, but it's a nice experience feeling it. Oh, and by the way, you got this Velcro up front to put your little Ranger eyes and patches on. I'm not a big patch person, but I do have a few, so I like having that spot there. It's pretty cool. This thing is built to outlast regret. The wax canvas laughs at rain, snow, and probably even spilled beer. The YKK zippers work every single time. They don't get hung up. There's no fiddling or sticking while you're trying to get to your flashlight in the dark or get your cigarettes out or whatever it is that you're putting in here. You've got 12 elastic loops. You've got multiple insert pockets that I showed you. The mesh compartment. I mean, you can fit everything. Flashlight, multi-tool, cables for charging your equipment, your phone, and things like that. That can all be put in. You can carry a power bank in here. Spare magazines, a small med kit, snacks for whenever society collapses. Whatever keeps you sane, you can carry in here. It's compact enough to throw in a backpack or a glove box. You can carry it on your person. You can strap it onto bigger packs. And think about that. If you're the kind that likes to carry the big messenger bags or a backpack even, you can strap this right on there. Don't forget you have these MOLLE strips back here as well. So you can do a number of different things. What I like to do most, if I'm going to put this on my belt, I'll run it through my belt or over my belt and then through here. And that takes this additional slop out of it. It makes it a little bit tighter onto my waist. So there's a lot of different ways that you can carry this with you. And it passes for normal person gear. There is nothing about this that shouts tactical. It doesn't say I'm carrying a knife or bear spray or any other kind of self-defense item. But it's not just a pouch. It's like a portable bunker for the little things that keep you alive, sane, and possibly dangerous if that's what you need to be. You can fill it with tools, meds, survival gear, or just a flask and some aspirin for where, life really kicks you in the teeth. It's your own personal doomsday organizer. It's classy, it's compact, and it's slightly smug about how well prepared you are, if that's the kind of person you are. Now, the only thing I'm not a huge fan of, they put, where did it go? Was it in here? I think, yeah, you know what? I already took it out. There was a hook up here. I guess it was supposed to like hold your keys and stuff. I didn't like that. I switched out for a metal clip, and I think it just kind of works a little bit better. That's really it. I mean, is that even really a gripe? Not even worth mentioning. But not everything can be 100% perfect, and you guys know me. I'm going to make sure you know everything good and bad before you spend your money on shit. So anyway, the Roaring Fire Gear Smolder is something that I think most EDC people are really going to have. You got a stylish little apocalypse buddy, and it's really, really, really useful. It's inexpensive, and I would suggest while you're at Roaring Fire Gear's website, look around, look at their other bags. They've got a backpack on there that totally kicks ass that I'm seriously looking at. I don't know how I would review a big giant backpack. However, I think it's pretty damn cool. So go check them out. I'll put a link in the description below to the website. It's not an affiliate link. I don't get money for it. Doesn't matter if you buy anything or not. I don't give a shit. I don't do this to make money. I do this to show you guys cool shit that I think is really cool. And if nobody ever brought this out in front of you, you would never know what you're missing. I have never considered things like this before a few years ago. And then I started dabbling and looking a little bit here and there. And I really love the idea. I love the organization. Another thing that I put in here, if you're like me, I mean, I'm 50, getting ready to turn 52 years old. I got medications that keep my ass alive. And there are times that I'm not going to be home when I've got to take my medications. So I've got a separate little traveling pill case. I can drop that right in here. That's another essential thing that this is going to make my life easier. And it has something that's very, very important to me on my person the entire time I've got it. So to me, this is a big deal. It may not be to you, but for the tiny investment that you're looking at, pick one up, see if it changes your life. If you're already an EDC pouch kind of person, maybe you carry a gadget bag, a little electronics bag with your power bank and your cables and stuff like that. Try this and see what else you can do with it. Because there's so much storage in this tiny ass little bag. If you're carrying around big old backpacks and stuff, take this. You can attach it to your bag or drop it inside. And this is going to be your quick reach in, grab it. It's got everything that you need for the immediate. So I give this 14 thumbs up. And I would tell any friend of mine to get one. Thank you guys for joining me as always, and I'll see you on the next video.